Taurus, this message is for you. This is for the first week of October, or the first 2 weeks of October, I'm sorry. So the first 2 weeks of October, and if you are listening to this anytime after the first 2 weeks of October, whenever you find the video is when you are meant to see it. So we're just going to get right into this reading. I've already saged and Palo Santo with my spades, and we're just going to get right into the reading. So this message is for Taurus. Spirit, please tell me. Please tell Taurus what they need to know this month, this first part of the month of October. Message. Having trouble shuffling today. Okay. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups usually signals that you are focusing on something that is draining you, or that you're giving too much energy to something that has it's not giving anything back to you. So I'm looking at this. So this lady on here, she's has her foot on a cup over here, and everything that she has in the cup is pouring into this void, and she's looking into the void, like hoping. It just looks like she's looking into the void, like hoping that something will come in return. And then there's 3 empty cups on this side over here. So there's 3 empty cups over on that side, and so those have already drained into this void. And she has 1 full cup that's over here, but she's not focusing on that full cup. So there's something that there's some sort of energy that you can um, that is probably around you or in your life. This could be a person. This could be a, something that you want to do, like maybe something creative that you want to do. It could also be giving yourself love. Um, there's different different types of energy that are all around us, and there's type of energy that is around you that you're not accepting. You're not you're not focusing on that. You may acknowledge that it's there, but you're not focusing on that. You're focusing um, on the energy that you've already given away that is no longer serving you. And this could be past like memories that are just like haunting you. This could be like holding on to resentments about something in the past. This could be anything it's keeping you stuck. You may be coming out of this sort of like stuck zone, but I feel like this energy is still here. The next one that you have is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, she reminds me of the Empress in a lot of ways. She embodies like the intuition, the feminine, the um, love of nature, the love of living things. Um, so the Queen of Pentacles can also mean um, that you are in like in your financial glory right now. Like maybe you've just gotten a new job that like gives you more money, or um, you got rid of like of some debt recently that allowed you to start saving money. So there could be like lots of different things that come along with the Queen of Pentacles. For this reading, I'm feeling that it's tapping into that feminine. If you notice, she has like this orange pentacle here. So the orange, it always reminds me of the sacral chakra. Um, so not your root chakra. Your root chakra is your stability and that sort of stuff. So your sacral chakra is your feminine energy. That's like your if you're a woman, then tapping into the sacral chakra could be like tapping um, into accepting yourself fully. Even if you're a man, that could be like accepting yourself fully. But it could, if it's like tapping into like that uh, I don't know, that queen like energy. Like that's what comes to me whenever I think of that sort of like feminine energy. It's like being in that like queen like energy. Um, and of course she is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm just looking at the card, seeing if there's anything else that I want to say about it. I am going to clarify this one just because I'm not getting, like, I'm getting kind of multiple messages from this. There could be like multiple messages for different people that are listening in, but I'm getting multiple messages about this, and I'd like to clarify. Um, but we'll move on. So the Ace of Cups we have here. So um, the any ace that you have is like a new beginning. The Ace of Cups is sometimes about new love. This could be finding like new love with another person. This could also mean finding love within yourself. I really, what I'm getting from this card right now is that this is finding love from within. I I feel like these little starbursts, whoop, these little starbursts around the cup here. I feel like they're kind of like they're coming from um, I don't feel like they're like shooting outward. Like you could be giving love to other people, but I feel like this is like giving love to yourself in this month, in this first part of the month anyway. I'm also noticing that there is water. There's water rushing from inside the cup here. So for some of you, I really I think that this is you giving you giving love to somebody else. Um, able You're able to give love to somebody else is is what I'm getting from this message. Um, it's just the cup is overflowing, so that tells me that you're filling your cup, and and it's overflowing here, and you're able to give that overflow to somebody else. Um, Giving and accepting love for some people is actually quite difficult, especially if you have a traumatic past, or if you have any sort of um, uh, childhood I want childhood trauma, or childhood just even some like negative memories from childhood. Um, Sometimes it's really hard to give and accept love, but I feel like you're in that energy of accepting it from yourself. Because if you can accept love from yourself, for me, that is the first step to accepting love from others. And then we have the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords, she's very like she's intelligent. She communicates well. But the I'm focusing on this little part down here. So there is a little cup that's kind of like in jail. Um, she doesn't communicate her feelings very well, or she feels like she can't communicate her feelings about a situation. But I also the energy that I'm getting from her is uh, being very being very thoughtful. I usually get like a stoic energy from her, but I'm not getting stoic. I'm getting very thoughtful. Like you're kind of like in your head, but it's not a bad thing about being in your head. I do kind of feel like maybe you might be overthinking a situation with this cups. You might be overthinking a situation about feelings or emotions. That's a message for some of you. I am getting a message of finding balance as well on this. It's not a clear message. It's a message of balance, but I don't know what the balance is about. I don't know if it's about a balance of communication, or like give and take from somebody else, or from work, or I don't think it's from work. But I'll clarify that one, because I want to see what the balance message is for. That could be a message for some of you. And then the Two of Pentacles we have here. So this is also a message of balance. The twos are all about like balancing, or choosing a path, or uh, well, it's usually one or the other, um, or balancing. The Two of Pentacles is finding balance. This is usually like finding balance in work and life. I feel like for some of you, you have found balance in work and life, but I feel like others of you, this could be like the reverse meaning. I feel like the message is that you need to find a work life balance. Um, I'm also getting that it's a balance of your masculine and feminine energy. And I think that that's where this comes in. Well, I think that's where a lot of this comes in, actually. A balance of your masculine and feminine energy. I when I'm looking at this card, I'm noticing that this card over here reminds me of the moon, and sorry, this is backward. And this card down here reminds me of the sun. And the sun always represents masculine energy. The moon always represents feminine energy, and that's the message that I'm getting on this for some of you. If that resonates, just let me know in the comments. And I am going to clarify this because I'm focusing on this little part of her skirt, like how it's kind of like folded up. Um, the skirt is also orange. Well, it's orange and red. But, so the skirt is also orange. So, maybe it's about like having fun and dancing. Because if a skirt is moving, I'm assuming on this card it was meant to be like wind is moving it. Um, but I also feel like she's kind of like in this sort of like dance. Like she's like dancing with these two pentacles here. So she's dancing with the two pentacles, and that's why her skirt is flowing. So maybe finding like some sort of like rhythm, um, in in maybe it doesn't. Well, some sort of like rhythm. So this could be like a rhythm within life, a rhythm at like a and like literal rhythm, like listening to music and just like dancing it out. Maybe that's what you need right now, is just to listen to music and dancing it out. I don't know if you have any like, if I have any Grey's Anatomy fans, but they always dance it out after they have like a really hard day. I'm getting also a message that that helps to bring in creativity, and that could be a message for some of you. All right, so I am going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wow. So the Four of Wands came out for the Queen of Pentacles. See, they're also dancing. So maybe you need to dance. You need to dance more. And that's how you find your feminine energy. I also am looking at the two people here. They look like they have like really good energy together. So for some of you, I think that um, that maybe you do have a love interest, or that there is someone coming in for you. Maybe they're your dancing partner. And then I want to clarify the Queen of Swords. Okay, yeah. So the Four of Pentacles is what you got, and I feel like for this card, it's like holding back, and that's the message that I was getting with that cup behind the bars. Um, it's like you're holding back the you're holding something back. Maybe it's to protect yourself, and that's what I'm getting from this. Like she's kind of like clutching her purse, uh, like she doesn't want anyone to to steal it from her. uh, I, I I don't feel like this is like a literal message that like you are. I mean, it could be a literal message that you don't want someone to steal from you, but I think that this is you trying to protect. I mean, it's right over her heart, so it could be like you tried to protect your heart, but that could also not be not well. I don't want to say it's not the right thing to do because okay, so maybe that's where the balance comes in at. Sorry, I'm having multiple thoughts here. So maybe that's where the balance comes in at is that balance of like protecting your heart, but also loosening your arms up a little bit here, um, to let go a little bit and to let something let something in, let some emotion in. There could also be like a communication that might be coming in that you're blocking. This could be like a literal communication, or it could be that it's like a communication from spirit that you're just like blocking emotionally and mentally. And I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles. Oh God. Okay. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is like all about like teamwork and working together. I think this is finding like your tribe. Like I really think that that's what that is. Like whether or not you have found it, I think that that's like finding your tribe and relying on them to help get you through whatever you're going through right now. This could also be um, maybe finding a dance partner. Or it could also be like dancing with friends and having a dance out like I guess the other day I was at my friend's shop, and the Thriller song came on, and one of the girls I work with and I were dancing it out, and I really enjoyed myself, and I'm a Taurus, um, so this message is definitely hitting home for me. But yeah, it's I that could be a message for some of you. I also kind of like that this looks like the Golden Girls. I didn't really notice that until just now. So like how like the Golden Girls are, they're like super close, like but they like banter back and forth, and they kind of like use a lot of sarcasm in a lot of the skits. I feel like I feel like if you have a group of friends, like that's how you guys kind of are together. I feel happy when I see that. So we also have I think these two cards definitely go together. It's this Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is like it's like this feeling of, I don't want to say, it's a feeling of of being like, I don't want to say stuck, but that's the word that I'm getting right now, is it's a feeling of like being stuck. Like you're not moving anywhere, like you're not doing anything. Like this, I mean, that could be like a literal, like, not moving, not doing anything. But I feel like this is like more emotional. It could also, well, I'm not even in camera here. It could also be that you just need to take time, like time for yourself to figure some stuff out, figure some of these emotions out, and like this like balance, and like the like that's what I'm getting with like the Two of Pentacles. This is in reference to the Two of Pentacles card, is like figuring out like that balance. Like this is like I feel like you're meant to be stuck. Like you're I like you're right where you're supposed to be right now. And then you have this like with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy. So anytime that you have that, I always think that like it's just gonna take time. So like don't don't get frustrated. Don't get discouraged. Like this is gonna take time. You're going to progress. It's just gonna take time. You might not see it right away. You might not see it before others see it within you, but um, it's it's definitely gonna happen. It's just gonna take time. That could also, I'm also getting a message of taking time out for yourself for the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting that message of taking time out for yourself. I do want to clarify the Ace of Cups as well. They're telling me to clarify that. Oh, well, this could be a message that someone's coming in, that you've opened yourself up, and you're feeling like you can like give yourself enough love to give others love, and this is what your ultimate goal is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is this. I know it looks like they're having a dance party, and they are on this card, but the Ten of Pentacles is like um, it's like happy home, happy life, happy finances, happy like being happy in it, generally just like being like happy in your life, not just content, but like truly happy. Um, having like maybe if you want a family, like having a family, having having a good relationship, having a solid relationship, which requires you to, I mean, in my mind, like just from personal experience, like that requires you to be able to give yourself that love, because you can't rely on other people to give you all of the love that you need. Like you can have like some people, like you can have like your tribe and your people around you and your partner. Like if you do have a partner, you can have like those people kind of pour into you what you pour into them, but you can't expect someone to give you their full cup of love. and you not give anything back. I'm not saying that like you would do that, but that might be a specific message for somebody. It's loving yourself enough to fill your cup so that you can pour into other people, so you're not feeling drained. And that that I think that this is like the ultimate goal. Because you put in the work, you've done that. And then they want me to go to. Do they want? Okay, they want me to go to the archetypes deck. They had me pull this deck out a while ago, or well, not a while ago, but about a week ago, and I've been kind of like using it. I haven't used it since I got it. So you got another queen card. So I feel like you're like in that queen-like energy. Just like I said with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like being in that queen-like energy. You know, if you are looking for a relationship, finding that person that treats you like a queen, um, you know, that's maybe the ultimate goal. I think just coming from a Taurus, talking to Tauruses, that is our ultimate goal. And then you've got Anima Mundi. So we'll see what these mean. I'm going to read out of the book. So you got Queen, you got the Queen. Move this over. And the Anima Mundi. So the Queen, it says, like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm of grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is in the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, or the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and goddesses to move through her. Striving and grasping for nothing, to be in the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. I love this. Like feels like this feels like it's like so queen like energy. Like if you are in that queen like energy, like you are I like how it says the queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. And so like trust, like that's a difficult thing for a lot of us to do. And then like if you're in that like that queen like energy, like maybe you're at that point where like you want to come out of this, like you want to come out of that, you want to see that full cup. uh, so I do think that you're coming out of that Five of Cups energy. Um, but I also feel like you're coming into this queen-like energy. I love that. So, let me see if there's. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She is a magnet for fully embodied masculine and enters nothing and entertains nothing less. So this might be a message for some of you. That if you are looking for love, that you are not to entertain anyone that is not giving you that king-like vibe. Like if like my my thing is that if I'm at this level and you're at that level, you need to meet me where I'm at. If you're up here and I'm down here, I'm going to meet you where you're at. And so like that's the thing, is if you're actually looking for love, I think that's what that specific message was for. Like if you're looking for love, that you're to to find someone that is willing to meet you where you're at, or that that is at that is at your level, like your level of emotional maturity, your level of spirituality, your level of, like, if you don't care about finances, then then that doesn't matter, but like your level of like financial security, like those type of things, like those are the type of things that you are to look for in a partner. And I think that goes with these two cards here. And we have the Anima Mundi, so that's here somewhere at the end. Okay, oh, that's the final one. Okay. The Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card initiates in this card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. I love that. It's so if this is like tending to the sacred details of life, it says on here also the Anima Mundi is the energy behind the World card in the tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. So, given that, I think that's where this card comes in. So it's like that ending, sort of like ending of a cycle, accepting, like I get a lot of acceptance from this Anima Mundi. It's accept all, reject none. So that's where I think that this card comes in at. This Five of Cups comes in at. It's like accepting your past, but not not focusing so much on the past that you're stuck in that void. Um, it also says the embrace of the Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, for anyone, day or night. Rich or poor, it is the process of unveiling our resistance to its love. I like that part too because it's like a resistance to love. So sometimes like this Queen of Swords energy could be like a resistance to love. It could be a resistance to like balancing that communication, that back and forth. That's what it is. That back and forth communication. That's where the balance comes in at. So it's balancing that back and forth communication. Like if you're not willing to put in that effort, then how do you expect somebody else to put in effort? Like you're the love of your life is not just going to knock on your door. I mean, they could knock on your door one day, but the love of your life is not just going to knock on your door one day. Although some of us would love that. They don't want me to go there. They want me to go here. Okay, so I'm going to do the 5 agreements cards. One more. Okay. All right. So we have always do your best. Your best is changing all the time. So let me see if I can get it in there. All right, and this says your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I absolutely love this card because I feel like a lot of us judge ourselves on um, on what we deem our best. And some days, like it took me a long time for just for myself, it took me a long time to realize that some days just getting up, getting in the shower, and cooking for myself is enough. And that's like that's just doing my best for that one day. Maybe the next day, like I do all of the things. Like I actually like do whatever, um, whatever it is that I actually do need to do that day. You know, hang out with friends and like because there are times whenever for myself, like if I'm in that sort of like rut, I am in that space where I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to do anything, I just want to be all by myself. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not a very good thing. But um, in those moments, it's good to um, it's good to just acknowledge that at that moment you are doing your best. You're doing what you can at that point. And then we also have another always do your best. And this one says take action on your ideas. So you may have like a creative idea that you need to take action on, or any sort of idea, really. It says doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. So this also can be like also in communication. Like if you have an idea that you want to reach out to somebody or you want to talk to somebody, that idea is just an idea. That dream is just a dream. That um, thought is just a thought until you turn it into an action. Um, you know, is it scary to put yourself out there in any situation? Of course it is. Will it teach you something? Of course it will. So that's I think that's what this card is telling you is to like put yourself out there. You'll either get you'll get a reward either way. you'll get the reward in the lesson, or you'll get the reward in like the approval of whatever whatever idea or thought you have. And then this says, be impeccable with your word. Let go of self-judgment and blame. I feel like all of these cards are about self-judgment and blame. Um, and I think that that's also where this comes in at. This Five of Cups comes in at. You know, that might be the mindset that you're in right now, is that sort of like self-judgment sort of mindset. This says, uh, being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. So it is important, it is always important to take responsibility for your actions. And that is also the way that you react to things. So if somebody or something triggers you, it is your responsibility to it is your responsibility to acknowledge the way that you react to those triggers. Now, whether or not you can fix those triggers, that might take time to fix those triggers. But as long as you can acknowledge that you have that trigger, and that this is the way that you react to it, that's a step forward. So that's a small step that you can take. Also, it's also about sometimes, like in life, we have these thoughts or scenarios in our head or words in our head that are not necessarily true. They are somebody else's thoughts that have come into our realm of who we actually are. Like if somebody told you that you're ugly, or if they told you that you're dumb, or they told you that you're fat, or they told you that you're never going to amount to anything. Sometimes in life we take on those words from others. Those are not ours to take on. That is somebody else's projection of their insecurities onto us. And the minute that we can acknowledge that, we can stop judging ourselves in 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 their in from their projection. Um, yeah, that's like that. So important in limiting self judgment. And I think that we are done. So if you liked what you saw, please like, share, follow. And if you want to get a bigger picture of what your energy is like at this time, watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. If you want to know how to look up your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, I always use astro-seek, seek.com to look up my chart, and that's the most helpful. All right, thank you. Thank you for watching.